This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Spoiler number one is Dr. Lee Franz. It stinks.
What is going on? What is going on?
Episode 117, submission number 532, Personal Injury Court. Personal Injury Court ran in syndication from September 16th of 2019 to February 26th of 2020 for 120 episodes. Though in some markets, it did air until September of 2020.
Like here.
Sorry to those folks.
What do you mean, sorry?
Okay.
Okay, well, hold on.
It aired here till September, and
Are you saying that Personal Injury Court isn't on anymore?
it's not on anymore.
Well, I'll be.
I'm sorry. Are you disappointed?
A little bit. Wait, play the music. Play the music.
Today on Personal Injury Court.
This happened at your place?
I slip and my foot gets caught on the carousel. I hear popping and I'm falling down in that gap and I can't get out.
There were several warnings ahead of time, and she chose not to heed to any of them.
You are asking this court to award you $150,000.
She suffered a fairly severe injury that she crushed her calcaneus, which is the heel bone, and also lacerated her Achilles tendon.
If people are falling off of Ferris wheels, that's probably not a place anybody should go.
Well, guys, over the history of television, we've seen a lot of court shows that have been good. In terms of like Judge Judy good and Judge Mathis good and Divorce Court good. Also, at the same time, we've seen other court shows that are entries on our list in the future. Eye for an Eye, Judge Mills Lane.
Previous entry, the High Court with Doug Benson, which was
The High
really
Court.
good, but really short.
And previous entry, Judge Wapner's Animal Court.
Yes.
We'd like to put America's Court on this list, but it will never end, Byron Allen.
Yeah, it'll never end.
Thanks, Byron.
Plus, also, don't forget, and we'll be talking about this sooner rather than later, Gary Busey's Pet Court.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not here for any of that. We're here for maybe the worst reenacted court show ever in the history of television. And there have been some court shows that have been reenacted. Divorce Court in the 80s with Jim Peck and was it Martha Smith or Shelley? One of the Smith women. I think it was Martha Smith. That was reenacted.
Wait a minute. Are you saying Personal Injury Court isn't real?
I hope you're sitting down. I know we've said that quite a bit.
Oh, no.
What?
What are you going to tell me?
I'm not going to tell you a thing. I was going to say, besides Divorce Court, you had other shows that were reenactments, like Superior Court, which I don't think is on the list yet.
What the hell is Superior Court?
Superior Court.
Superior Court. It aired it was sort of a sideshow / spinoff / dramatic reenactment from the producers of the People's Court.
Okay.
In the late 80s, yes.
Okay, with the title of Superior Court, I'm thinking, was that stupid show with Larry Elder?
No, that's Moral Court, and that's also on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my gosh. Larry Elder, there's a name I haven't heard in like 15 years. But getting back on topic, the show we're going to cover today, Personal Injury Court, yes, shocker, is a reenactment and is badly reenacted.
Oh, no. Now I don't know what to think anymore, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sorry that your entire reality has been changed by one TV show, by Personal Injury Court.
But the one person who is real in all of this is the arbitrator, and that would be Mr. Gino Brogdon Esquire, who earned his JD from Indiana University in 1986 and worked for CNN, and yeah, that's pretty much it. CNN.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even remember him from CNN. But I'm going to give the show some credit since it's called Personal Injury Court. You had people come in with bandages and bruises on their face. I mean, they had some decent makeup artists. Let's give them credit there.
This is a CSI level makeup. It's basic. You look at that and say, "Hey, grab your eye black and your collar because today is payday."
Yeah.
And actually, we can't even call this a reenactment. The cases were inspired by actual litigation. So they're not even reenactments. They're inspired by actual cases.
So this is basically a rip from the headlines, but at the same time, not really.
Yes, it's sort of real, but also at the same time, there may be embellishments or fiction involved. Man, I'm like totally disillusioned about this show. Oh my gosh, you mean they really aren't going to get $3.2 million for stepping on a rusty thumbtack and getting some disease? I'm totally shocked. This is my shocked face.
Oh.
But no, I mean, some of the cases were completely absurd. Ones that come to mind are a railing falling off a house, but like a resort house, like a rental, and the homeowner being sued for some outrageous amount, like $1.5 million, and losing that case. And then, of course, you have like the happy plaintiffs whenever it happens, and the pouty defendants. Oh my gosh, we need to pay $1.5 million. Well, no, it's all totally fake.
But an interesting thing, that was like one of the selling points of this show is like, we give out some of the largest claims on television in television history. No, you don't.
You didn't see that asterisk. They're not.
They're not. They are the largest claims in history, but you're not giving anybody anything because it's all fake. It's not real.
And then another case, and I know Greg would really appreciate this. This one I think I saw 3 or 4 times because it was like COVID TV when I was stuck at home not teaching. This is at a concert, and somebody was using a porta potty, and while in the porta potty, a semi truck. Greg, don't laugh because it's not going where you think it's going.
Oh, no.
And a semi-truck or a truck that was leaving the premises reversed and knocked over the porta potty, and the person in the stall ended up getting hepatitis.
Oh.
And there's only one way the person got hepatitis, and that's because something went up their posterior, and it was somebody else's thing that came out of their posterior, and they were positive for hepatitis. Okay, I'm basically saying the crapper fell over, there was poop that had hepatitis in it, and it got in the body somehow, either through the ass or through a wound. But yeah, and that person won, suing the promoter, even though really it wasn't the promoter's fault. It was the semi-truck driver for not seeing, there's a porta potty there that I could easily knock over.
Well,
yeah, again, I don't know the legalese, or I'm sorry, I need to get this off my chest right now. I'm not kidding about this. Just wait a second. Getting into the details of the case, this is how Gino started every episode. Let's get into the legal sauce. What the hell is legal sauce?
Legal sauce is cream-based, Mike.
I think legal sauce is what got in that person's butthole that gave him the hepatitis.
Oh, hold up. I need to say something here. Okay.
Give us legal sauce.
Okay. I'll give you the legal sauce. All right. Okay. So the person that was in the porta potty, okay, I guess you could say this person was trapped in a full court press by someone like, say, Raleigh Massimino.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Okay, what's your next challenge going to be? Who are you going to work in next week? Good. Oh my gosh.
Don't encourage him.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to encourage him.
Mike, it's a good thing that for this show, like personal injury court, you pick someone like Raleigh Mazamino and not somebody who's had their own share of legal issues, like say Rick Pitino.
I'm
Daily Double. There you go.
Okay, I'm just glad that you didn't go the way that I thought you were, where you're going to talk about the person who got the hepatitis from the porta potty, about the mixture of people's feces going in her dumper. And, yeah, I'm glad you. I appreciate you doing the Raleigh Massimino reference, but please, no more. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything more about Brad Stevens. I don't want to hear about Adolph Rupp. I don't want to hear about Roy Williams. No, we're done.
I'm going to pull a random. Somebody give me a number between 1 and 120. I'll see what the episode is about.
Okay, hold on. This is the first time we've used this on the podcast.
Oh, you got the one. You got a random die.
120-sided die.
What the hell is that?
It's a 120-sided die.
How do you get 120 sides of one die?
Well, look how big it is. It's like as big as a golf. It's bigger than a golf ball.
There's some things that are like blank.
There's nothing here that's blank. Those are the vertices, the edges, so it falls flat.
Yeah, that's
so you do want a number?
A number between 1 and 120.
Oh gosh, I hope this number comes up. 11.
I was kind of hoping for. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for. You know what? Like, okay, here we go. Wright versus Torres. A woman sues a radio station for $267,000 after her eardrum is burst during a music festival sound check.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to do the other one involving a radio station, where I'm not even kidding, and somewhere on the internet or on my computer, I had a screen grab of this. There was an April Fool's, it was a joke, but it was a contest where they said if you tattoo our radio name, the radio station name on your forehead, we're going to give you $250,000. And the thing is, there was like an asterisk with fine print, which nobody could read. And he actually ended up winning the lawsuit and the $250,000, even though I believe the radio station, not even joking, was KRAP.
Oh, totally crap.
Say it out loud.
Crap.
Okay, I believe. Okay, you know what? Was that the? Not that.
Oh no, it was crud. It was crud. I'm sorry.
KRUD.
So yeah.
It was Bell. Oh, that aired on November 5th, 2019. Bell versus Young and Jones. A man tattoos a local radio station's name on his forehead before realizing it was an April Fool's Day prank and sues for $510,000.
Yeah, like $10,000 to get the tattoo removed, and then $500,000 for, I think it was like $250,000 and punitive damages, and the $250,000 that he would have rightfully gotten for getting KRUD crud. I'm sorry, I like KRAP better, but it was KRUD now that you say that. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many really bad shows. Should I give you another roll of the die?
Give me another roll of the die. I'm feeling lucky today. Well, I was feeling lucky till I lost the episode list. Okay, I am still feeling lucky today.
97.
97. Betts versus Kim. A cookie baker takes a slide on the ice and sues for $600,000 for injuries.
A cookie baker slides on ice
and sues for $600K.
Why did she get that stupid number of $600,000?
Well, it's probably because of $100,000 in injuries and $500,000 in damages and emotional distress and stuff like that. But also, that's another thing I want to mention. Does nobody on this show have a copay? Because everybody's, I have $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 of medical expenses. With insurance, it might be $1,000 or $2,000. I mean, I can vouch for my little adventure that I had. My copay for going to the emergency room was $75. I'm not suing anybody for $75,000 when I paid $75. Not that I could sue because, well, I'm not getting into my personal business. You're not getting into my legal sauce.
Oh!
I don't want to.
Here's an appropriate one for the season.
Oh.
A 17-year-old's mother sues his intended state's parents for $400,000 after an elaborate promposal goes terribly wrong and he falls from a tree and is set on fire by Christmas lights.
What?
And I remember that episode. It's exactly what it sounds like, and he did not win the case because the judge basically said he was responsible for his own actions, climbing the tree. He put himself at risk, and it's not the homeowner's fault or the parents of the daughter's fault that he fell out of the tree and badly injured himself due to the Christmas lights.
Oh, good.
Is it sad that I remember so many of these episodes?
Well, early 2020. You had a lot of time to watch a lot of crap. I know this because I had a lot of time to watch a lot of crap.
Well, good thing Gino.
Are you sure it's crap, or are you sure it's KRUD crud?
Hey, it's a good thing Gino gave us the legal sauce.
Yes. For this show that had reenactments, they actually had a number of big-name celebrities. Ricky Smiley was on this.
The Ricky Smiley?
Who's Ricky Smiley?
You don't know who Ricky Smiley is?
Oh, come on. Ricky Smiley, big-time radio host. And actually, I believe the episode he was on was the one where the guy got KRUD tattooed on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
But also, Tammy Roman Anderson was on as like a makeup consultant.
Hold up.
Yes, let me
up.
say it again. Tammy Roman Anderson.
Tammy Roman Anderson.
Yes.
Previously of The Real World and future installment Card Sharks 2001.
Yes, that Tammy Roman Anderson.
Well, she is good with makeup.
Yeah, that's essentially what Gino said when introducing her. Well, she's like our expert witness because she has great makeup skills or something like that. And one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. Yeah. But yeah, Tammy Roman Anderson, who was the dealer on Card Sharks. Gosh, it's been almost 20 years since that festering pile of crap has been on.
Yeah.
But
luckily we have the new version to wash that stink out of our mouth.
Well, until that gets canceled because nobody's watching it.
Yeah.
Well, you're adamant that it's going to get canceled.
But anyway, but anyway, this show, it pretty much reads to me like a grown folk version of Nickelodeon's Kids Court.
Oh, future installments! Yes.
Wait a minute, guys.
Wait! Let Fred get it out of his system.
Guys, have we not? I teased it back in episode 0. How did we never talked about Kids Court since then? Because I got something to say, okay, guys? Fair or unfair?
Unfair!
Can I just say something about that show? Whenever they did fair or unfair, I would just once like to have seen people say, fair!
They get beat up in the parking lot afterwards.
They don't get beat up.
But teachers and parents, they're all unfair.
They're all unfair.
That's pretty much the crux of the Sound Off segment, but that's another installment.
Yeah, we have something we really need to get off our proverbial chests.
Yeah. Speaking of fair or unfair, we got to talk about the reason why we're talking about this episode.
Okay. This episode, titled Siegel versus Davis. They have a lot of Davises on this show. I'm not even lying. There's like 3 people named Davis, and they're all getting sued or doing the suing.
Sadly, none of them are not the former NFL running back Stephen Davis.
No. Siegel versus Davis. Oh God, I'm going to go to church after this episode. Siegel versus Davis originally aired November 1st of 2019. Here's the TV Guide summary of it. A woman sues her landlord for $300,000 after a swing collapses in her apartment.
In her apartment?
A swing collapses in her apartment.
But swings are made for playgrounds outside.
Yeah, swings are outside things.
Yeah, so why was there one inside?
Yeah. The TV Guide doesn't say, but they say as much in the first 30 seconds of the episode. It was a sex swing, ladies and gentlemen. And apparently a sex swing can only hold so much weight, especially if the beam holding said sex swing is rotting to the core.
Oh. Boy, it would be a shame if somebody named Big D went on that sex swing.
Greg, I believe you have the details?
Oh, yeah. Well, this woman, she was on the sex swing, and so she got injured.
Uh-huh.
Like, there was, 90 days with the apartment, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A thing of it is, the defendant, Mr. Davis, claims that she's suing to get out of her lease.
So there's, 90 days with the lease, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, was it after the lease or something? She was on the sex swing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and so...
and the thing of it is, Mr. Davis, he bought the swing and installed it.
He installed the swing.
Without permission from the super? Presumably.
Presumably.
I don't think anybody goes to the person running the building and saying, hey, I want to put this sex swing in my apartment. No, I think that's something that you keep under wraps.
Yeah.
So, who's at the plaintiff's side but her boyfriend? And well, we're gonna play the clip.
Play the clip
of her boyfriend, and this is the man, the myth, the legend. This is somebody who, when we have the Ring of Honor for this podcast, he's going to be in there with McLean Stevenson, with Tim Conway, with Alex Trebek, with Simon McCorkindale. Here we go.
For the record, your name is Damian Johnson, right?
It's Big D, Your Honor.
Well, that's not your legal name, though, right? That's what you go by.
Well, that's what Big D get called.
Okay. All right, Big D.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Is that your Christian name, Big D?
That's right. Her boyfriend goes by the name Big D. And best of all, Big D, whenever he talks, he's like The Rock, and he refers to himself in the third person.
His life was good in her apartment until she dumped Mr. Davis. Remember, Mr. Davis and Ms. Siegel were apparently a thing. A fake thing, but still a thing. And then, it's like they were in a thing, then Siegel got into a thing, and the thing fell from the ceiling, and the ceiling landed on the thing. He bought it.
Yeah, he bought it and installed it.
And he's putting it out there in flagrante delicto.
Oh.
In front of God, country, and flag, showing everybody how it is used.
That's fantastic.
Dude, Arthur Davis, you look like King Hippo. I'd shut up if I was you. She's a lady.
She's a lady, all right.
Yeah, she was going to wait till day 91 to get some hay.
She's getting some hay from Big D.
She gets the big D from Big D.
Oh, Big D was thinking about saving the woman.
Because Big D's a real one.
He is.
A fake one, but a real one.
He is a real one.
But it's all fake.
Whatever.
You know, looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know something? You know what the big tip-off that this is all fake?
Where's the big kickoff that this is all fake?
Anything. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I have lawyer friends, but I am not a lawyer.
Okay.
But the limit on small claims is 5,000.
Yeah.
I think anything above that requires, if I'm not mistaken, legal representation.
Yeah.
And this is a $600,000 case.
Yeah.
And they're talking, and they're each representing each other.
Yeah.
That should have been my tip-off that this was fake. You watch a lot of daytime television, you start to notice a bunch of commercials running together.
Yeah, they want to stretch this shit out. Oh no, she can't drive.
Standing is hurting her.
Oh no, Big D's been betrayed.
No, what are we gonna do, Big D? Send y'all to couples court, that's what we gonna do. Oh. This just got interesting.
Probably you and Big D over here. That's probably why you got him.
Wait a minute. Hold on, listen. This is what I want. I can't believe Big D didn't invested all this time into you.
Wait, we're not here about that.
I did 91 days first. Now
we're not here about that.
I did 91 minutes.
Big D is just derailed, sideswiped or something. Big D don't know how to take this right now.
We haven't had a chance to talk about it.
I'm done. Big D can't take this.
Goodbye, Big D.
Big D is derailed or something.
Oh no. Oh.
Big D can't take this.
Goodbye, Big D. Oh. Yeah. She's won.
Oh, look. Oh, wait. We forgot to mention this.
Oh, yeah.
Because as soon as all of this is done, we have a panel of attorneys who looked at this case and they tell you whether they got it right, where they got it right, where they got it wrong, where the judge got it right, where the judge got it wrong. They do all of this stuff, and they call it Attorneys Across America. Here are some of the attorneys here. By the way, these are nothing more than advertisements for lawyers.
Oh, really? I'm shocked.
Because you have their address and their number down on their lower third. And it says attorney advertising in the corner.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah. All of this stuff, it's basically paid advertisement.
Oh. Oh.
And wait, okay, I freeze framed the legal here. I can't read it because Mr. Davis's shirt is so loud here, but I can try. This episode of Personal Injury Court was inspired by actual litigation, but does not depict any actual people, places, evidence, or events. Any similarities to real people, places, evidence, or events is purely coincidental. Exhibits shown are not necessarily those presented and may have been created or altered for presentation purposes. Although Personal Injury Court presents a court setting and resolutions for the cases presented, no one, including viewers, should consider or rely upon any rulings, statements, or commentary made as legal advice. Personal Injury Court may also include the participation of medical and legal experts whose opinions and advice are solely their own and which may not reflect the opinion or advice of Personal Injury Court. Viewers should always seek the advice of their own medical providers concerning any medical matters, and viewers should always seek the advice of their own legal advisors concerning legal matters. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. Like the one we just saw with the advertisers across America. Yeah, might as well be advertisers across America. Attorneys across America.
Yeah, so all that's a giant rip.
So yeah.
Well, in addition to everything that you mentioned, I heard you just read the disclaimer that was at the end of the show.
You don't know how hard it was, dude.
Oh, trust me, I actually paused it on my DVR a couple times to read it, and so no, I got the whole gist of it. But did you talk about the lawyers, the sponsored lawyers?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we just did. The Attorneys Across America segment.
Yeah, but you know what? That wasn't on every show, and I've got a theory about that.
Why is that?
Go ahead.
Okay, on some episodes, they had, like, I don't remember the exact name of the segment, but it was like Get to Know Gino. Or more about Gino.
Oh, good. I want to know more about Gino. I want to know about the.
All I know is that he's a swagger jacker.
Well, again, here's my theory about that. So, I'd say probably 80 to 90% of episodes, you would have, as you said, the attorneys across America, and they go to one who clearly paid an amount of money to be on the show to advertise, and they'd give their reasoning as to why Judge Gino, why his verdict was the way it was. But on these episodes where you had Get to Know Gino, or Judge Gino, or whatever it was called, that tells me that all the lawyers probably disagreed with Judge Gino's verdict. Think about it. I mean, if the lawyers paid to be on the show, why wouldn't they? It just doesn't make any sense. So that, and some of the, and honestly, you know, some of the Ask Judge Gino segments or whatever, or learn more about whatever the name of the stupid segment is, his rulings came across as very unorthodox, and I really do think that maybe none of the lawyers could justify his verdict. Again, crazy, wild theory, but that's my crackpot theory as to why you didn't have Attorneys Across America on every episode. You had Get to Know Gino on others, and they talk about, you know, his reasoning, how he was raised, and, you know, football made him a tough kid, and whatever. I really do think that whenever they showed Get to Know Gino or more about Gino, it was because the Attorneys Across America did not agree with his verdict and couldn't justify it on camera. We'll never know because the show's been canceled. Thank heavens. And I'm sure Greg's going to scrub his DVR.
By the way, a note about the cancellation. They made 120 episodes of this. However, production was stopped in February. We all know why.
That's the reason it got canceled. Oh.
Yep, that is the reason why it was canceled.
And really, if you at this point in 2020, if you don't know what happened in February, get your head out of the gutter, or out of the.
For God's sakes, read a newspaper.
Or you might have been in a coma for the last 12 months. For all we know, you might have. The last episode you might have listened was the Bud Ball episode, and you're like, okay, I just woke up from the coma. I can listen to like the last 100 episodes.
Dear gentlemen, I loved your episode recently about Super Train. I can't wait for more shows like that. Dated December of 2019.
There. And now I'm gonna go out to my favorite amusement park. Dude, you want to tell him? I don't want to tell him. You want to tell him?
Well, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Big D's up to these days?
If I was Big D, I'd spend all that time, just seeing America, trying to find himself.
Yeah.
I think he's never touching a six swing again.
Oh no, definitely. Big D's never touching a six swing.
Big D doesn't roll like that. Big D's born again.
Oh yeah. Big D's the man.
Okay, well, that's all I got. If you want to do some closure, knock your socks off, kids.
No, I don't want. talk any more about this.
Well, that's
okay.
why I said closure.
If I want to do some closure, how about this for closure? Personal injury court. It was fake. It was also a thing on TV.
Mm.
And again, nobody had frigging health insurance. Where are the $1,000 copays or $500 copays? Your medical bills might have been $120,000.
The Affordable Care Act website is right there, people!
Yeah, and I mean, you've got full-time employment somewhere. You know, if you're a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher, you've got friggin', health insurance. Use it for heaven's sake. But enough about my rant about the ridiculously stupid amounts of money they're suing for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, nobody ever got because it's all fake.
What?
You heard me. But I'll tell you what.
Hey, wait. Hey, Chico, before you do that, I just want you to be careful. Don't tell Greg the reality about Santa Claus.
Why? What happened about Santa Claus?
You know what? Santa Claus.
Close the show. Don't tell him.
Hey, listen.
I'm just saying that
listen.
Santa Claus is looking for an elf to help him out in the North Pole, and he's putting it on Nickelodeon because he wants to get that money.
Well, remember, Santa Claus did face the devil in the Mexican Santa Claus movie.
And he did conquer the Martians.
He did conquer the Martians. We all know that.
And Santa Claus, of course, did give the world a gift. The gift of it was a thing on TV.com.
I thought you were going to say Santa Claus gave us the gift of Patch.
Yes, that too. But Patch doesn't have all of the episodes that we've done of this show. He doesn't have all of our socials, and he doesn't have all of our drops over at Place to Be Nation. Again, Carter Country and
Caesar's Challenge. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think was one of our better episodes.
Oh,
and thank you.
Yes, Caesar's Challenge.
Thank you all so much for this.
I'm not talking just about download totals. I really think Caesar's Challenge might be one of our, I would say, maybe, let's say top 10% of shows. Probably one of our top 10
highest
shows.
Best received shows.
No, I think overall in general quality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So definitely go listen to the Caesar's Challenge episode and Carter Country if you dare. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're trying to sweep that one under the rug.
Yeah.
We really were.
Yeah.
But next week you probably don't want to sweep any of these under the rug because we got 2 quality shows. One of which, truth be told, we actually put off until we could get Mike back. But now Mike's here, so we can share in that episode.
Yeah, and actually we were supposed to do the show, I believe, the second week of October. Unfortunately, that was about the time that, let's just say I became half the man I used to be. Well, not half the man.
Oh!
Well, but the point is, I had my procedure done, and I was probably I was probably being transferred to rehab that night, to be totally honest, because I was in the hospital until Friday, whatever the second Friday in October was. I believe it was the 15th. And that night I got transferred to rehab, which is where I was for the next 3 weeks. So
yeah.
It's very possible it might have been done that night.
But we were putting this episode off just for you.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Even though I told both my colleagues that I really would have liked it to be done during the Halloween season because there's a big Halloween tie to it, which we'll get into next week. But it's going to be a great episode. And I think I have a little bit more detail than Greg and Chico because this person, and this is going to be a person, this first one, this personality, started off in this area. And he's got some great stories. He's not with us any longer, but he's got some amazing connections in the business. And even his legacy lives on in terms of an annual festival. How about that?
Yeah.
Not really a festival, but more of a fest, like an informal,
a get-together.
Really a festival.
A get-together.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. But we also
get together, also like a memorabilia type of thing, and
yeah,
and they get like celebrity guests to come in. But yeah, we'll get into that next week.
Yeah, and I also got one fun thing to share in that episode that I found that I was going to share that I told you about right before everything happened with you. So yeah, I'm gonna reveal that too in that episode. It's gonna be very fun. But that's good. It's probably gonna be gonna be a great episode. I know it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a wonderful episode, and we hope you are around for it. Until then.
Wait! What about the second show?
Yeah, the second show.
Oh yeah, the second show. Well,
yeah,
that's good too.
Yeah, because we teased it in the year-end show last year.
Yeah, and we've actually we had it slated earlier this year, but we did a little bit of rejiggering of the schedule, and it had nothing to do with my hospitalization. But Greg said, "Hey, we actually promoted this in the year-end show last year, as coming up this year. We've got to do it. We've got to fulfill it." And guess what? We're fulfilling it next week with like 3 weeks to spare.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
And it's going to be a very interesting, spirited conversation.
Oh, yeah. We got stuff to say about it. And it was really a great show that tragically did not last very long.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about in the previous episode about show switching networks. This is an example.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough hints for next week. Chico, send us home.
Oh, will do. For Mike, for Greg, I'm Chico, and we'll see you next week with 2 more things on TV. Thanks for listening, everybody. So long.
Wow!
Oh my god. Do I want to do this for eBay Prices Right?
No.
Don't say there's a personal injury court eBay Prices Right.
I wasn't looking at eBay Prices Right. And I may have to, by the way, I may have to clear up my search engine history.
Oh, no. No, you didn't search for a sex swing.
Don't.
I'm not saying I didn't. And I'm not saying I did.
Aw, shit. Somebody's Facebook's going to be full of sex swing ads.
Well, let's get into the legal sauce.